Hello, Council. Welcome back. In our last episode, we discussed the importance of neutrality, availability, expertise, and preparation when it comes to arbitrators. Today, we'll explore a few more traits that can turn an arbitrator from effective to ineffective, sometimes downright disastrous. Let's dive in by addressing one of the most frustrating traits: the arbitrator who is late in producing the award. Picture this: the hearings are over, submissions have been made, and the parties are waiting anxiously for the final decision. Then, nothing. Weeks turn into months, and there is still no award. One of the worst traits an arbitrator can have is the tendency to delay the process unnecessarily. A delayed award not only frustrates the party, but also undermines the entire purpose of arbitration, which is supposed to be faster and more efficient than litigation. Some arbitrators drag their feet for no apparent reason. They may leave the hearing open, repeatedly asking for additional submissions, only to stretch out the timeline. While there are legitimate reasons for needing more time, arbitrators should always aim to be as efficient as possible. At times, delays occur because the arbitrator fails to properly manage the process or has taken on too many cases at once. But when parties are waiting months for a result, the arbitrator is failing in their most basic duty: to render a timely and efficient decision. The arbitrator who writes a poor award. Now let's talk about arbitrators who deliver decisions that are technically on time but leave everyone scratching their heads. A poorly written award can be just as bad as a delayed one. Here's what happens with the worst awards. They're often just a copy and paste job from the party's submission. You might get a 200-page award that looks impressive on the surface, but is filled with long excerpts from the pleadings, with little or no reasoning from the arbitrator. An award must have solid reasoning, not just a summary of the parties' arguments. When an arbitrator fails to explain their rationale for the decision, it leaves the parties feeling unsatisfied, and it could even be a ground for setting aside the award. The worst arbitrators don't take the time to craft a well-reasoned, clear award. This lack of effort damages the credibility of the process and creates confusion about how the final decision was reached. The arbitrator who isn't proactive. Finally, let's talk about arbitrators who are simply too passive. A responsive-only arbitrator might think that as long as they respond to parties' requests, they are doing their job. But a truly effective arbitrator needs to be proactive. The worst arbitrators are those who sit back and wait for the parties to bring every issue to them. A good arbitrator will ask questions, push for clarity, and manage the arbitration efficiently. They will think critically about the issues rather than just react to what the parties say. In complex disputes, proactivity is especially important. Arbitrators need to manage the timetable and keep things moving. Waiting for the parties to raise every procedural issues often results in delays and inefficiencies. The worst arbitrators create a passive tribunal where progress is slow, and they fail to resolve issues quickly or efficiently. In conclusion, the worst arbitrators share common traits. They delay the process, they deliver poorly reasoned awards, and they fail to take proactive role in managing the arbitration. As we have discussed, the arbitration process depends on trust, efficiency, and fairness. When arbitrators fall short in these areas, the entire arbitration can fall apart. Well, that's it for today. Until next time, sharpen your ADR skills and elevate your practice.